Anything you want to say about this nuclear aspect?
So essentially, India and Pakistan both are nuclear states. We have nuclear weapons and we have the delivery means. So Pakistan always uses the nuclear card. In the Kargil conflict, you can imagine they actually intruded and sat down on our territory, our post, the mountain peaks, and we were trying to evict them. They started using the nuclear card. And US had to get involved very actively. President Bill Clinton was in the White House, and they actually mediated because the world is worried. The world is worried if two nuclear neighbors have a conventional war. And that is why great effort was made by American mediating that conflict does not sort of expand beyond Kargil, beyond the place where they had intruded. And India showed great amount of self-control by not crossing the LOC, not only by soldiers, but even aircrafts. We did not cross the LOC. So they've used this nuclear card all the time.
So one of the core concerns for the whole planet is the possibility of nuclear war. But I think it's the perspective of a military vet that matters when it comes to even speaking about nuclear war, because I don't think that the average human being understands the logistics that go into nuclear aspects of war even becoming a possibility. So this is actually an open-ended. So this is pretty much an open-ended question to you, just to shed some light on the possibility of this nuclear aspect. You can take over the conversation, so wherever you wish.
Right. No, you ask a very pertinent question because for the last couple of days, Pakistan has, as we discussed earlier, started pulling out this nuclear card. Call it a nuclear blackmail, if you will. Now, there are two or three dimensions to it. One is the dimension of actually launching a nuclear weapon. On the other hand, is the dimension of the public opinion within the country, global opinion. Remembering what low spot Pakistan is today, economically, diplomatically, politically. And we'll talk about this one by one. Let me just talk about the military component. First of all, decision to launch a nuclear weapon does not rest in the hand of the Pakistan Army Chief or the Prime Minister or any one person for that matter. There is a nuclear command authority. A decision has to be taken by consensus of lawmakers. Even Pakistan has this. If I remember correctly, during General Pervez Musharraf's time, this nuclear command authority was formed. So it's not so simple. How many people will assent to it? Right. That's one aspect. The technical part of launching a nuclear weapon in any country is not kept loaded in one garage and tomorrow you can actually launch it. Different components are kept in different facilities which will be far from each other, different towns and cities or different bases, military bases. So the components have to be brought together to the launch site. Then they have to be mated. It's a very highly skilled and specialized operation. So it's not possible in a hurry. When these components are moved, the satellites are watching. There is an overwatch from the space. Intelligence agencies are watching. It's not so easy, especially nations like Pakistan, which use this at the drop of the hat, which have radicalization in the government and the military, etc. So there is a big overwatch. So the moment something starts happening, the world will actually clamp down on them. So that's the way to see it. Now, the other aspects are of public opinion. They have to think of public opinion on their side. They have to think of the global public opinion. Pakistan today is considered as an epicenter of terrorism by the world. If it talks in terms of, it does too much of nuclear saber rattling, it will become a global pariah. So, all these dimensions have to be kept in mind before thinking of a credible nuclear threat.
Where are we realistically, sir? Based on whatever you're allowed to say on a public forum. Um, we spoke about the Indus Water Treaty, the Shimla Agreement. This is being recorded on 8 Tuesday. I believe today is the 29th of April. So as
Yes.
it stands, where are we?
We've already set into motion the Indus Water Treaty suspension. How we take it further, like I told you earlier, it is not a tap that can be turned off, but how we take it further is the question. We've actually put Pakistan on notice. People in Pakistan have started rebelling against their own government as to where you've landed us up into, and things like that. So, the day this was announced, water supply did not reduce. In fact, a couple of days later, because of heavy rains in the valley, water supply increased to Pakistan. But the day it was announced, Sensex of Pakistan fell down by 3,000 points or 6,000 points. I'm forgetting what. So that is the kind of power it has, the sentiment. And when it starts hurting the farmers, it will be more. So that has been announced. The other diplomatic measures have only add to the low diplomatic relations already existing or non-existing between the two countries. Like I said earlier, military option is open. To my mind, it will come. There will be a significant response. What shape it takes, we don't know, because, it is not 2016 anymore when we launched the surgical strike, a shallow surgical strike. Today, there are many enablers. There are drones. There is artificial intelligence. Space is a big player. Cyber is a big player. There are so many domains that it cuts across. I've still not touched upon the military, navy, the air force component, where we have, a multifarious capabilities, precision guided missiles. There are so many things that will happen. Very precise targeting is possible. So all that put together, it's a very potent mix. We'll have to wait and watch as to what happens on this.
I'm sure there's Pakistani military officials watching this episode.
Yes.
And I would like for them to hear your opinion, but also think of the rebellions happening in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. What are they going to do if it's actually a triangulated challenge?
I wouldn't like to be in the shoes of the Pakistan military or the government now. They are truly in an unenviable spot.
Would you like to say anything about all those Pakistani soldiers who are apparently resigning but are being forced to not resign?
What can I say? I think it's almost like if and there has been an outpouring of sentiment also in the saner element of Pakistan, saying that I remember one Major Adil Raja has written has written an article which I read yesterday, and he comes out speaking against the policies. Earlier also I've read his articles, and he says India is in illegal occupation of Kashmir and all that, but this is not the way to wage a war. We don't kill innocent people. We don't use terrorism, and so on and so forth. So there are voices which say that this is not the way to do things. So to the soldiers, I would only like to say that if their conscience tells them that this is not a just order to be executed, I think then they're doing the right thing.
I think we're at the end of this episode, sir. Very important episode, especially for the Indian audiences. Do you have any signing off notes for them, as well as the global audience, as well as Pakistani audiences who've listened to this entire piece?
to the global audience and the Pakistani audience, I would like to urge the global community to and the Pakistanis to see the senselessness of this thing, of waging a proxy war, of killing each other senselessly. We can, earlier we have, and we can actually live side by side. There is enough space for both of us. To the Indian audience, I will actually urge or repeat my request that I made earlier. On one hand, we should not fall prey to the designs set out by the terrorists of creating a Hindu-Muslim divide in our country. Otherwise, they would have succeeded. The terrorists would have succeeded. And we need to support the Kashmiri people who have invested so much in tourism in the last 5 years. And it is not only tourism, it is also when tourists go there by the hordes, the people and realize that how hospitable the common people of Kashmir are. The people of Kashmir actually get more and more integrated with people of India, the idea of India. And I think it's our duty now to come out in support for them. As summer vacations begin, I think I would urge more and more tourists to have faith. Many have actually started going to show solidarity. We have to defeat the terrorist design, and more tourists should go to Kashmir. Celebrities should go. I saw the Bollywood actor Sunil Shetty has put out a Facebook post saying that I am going. No one can stop me from going to Kashmir. Uh, I would urge influencers like you to speak out like this to your viewers. In fact, I'll invite you. I do motorcycle trips. Let's do a motorcycle
Done.
trip together in Kashmir. A
Done,
general and
done.
a influencer. We'll do
Done,
that.
done, sir. Would love
Right.
to. Love
Yes.
to be a part of it.
Right.
Um, I genuinely believe Kashmir is the number one travel destination in India, and I've traveled across the country. Love my country, love all the different pockets I've visited.
Yes.
But Kashmir is special. Heartbreaking that this happened, but if there are Kashmiris watching this, I just want to say that there's a lot of Indians who stand in solidarity with you as well. So we will ensure that Kashmir tourism doesn't get as affected as one would theoretically believe.